So finally the wait is over. Samsung is out with their brand new Exynos 1080 chip here. This is a 5G processor, and this processor is a huge improvement in terms of performance, also in terms of graphic performance and overall improvement when we compare it with the older generation Exynos 990, which we have seen in like S20 Ultra, also Note 20 Ultra Exynos that comes in India and other regions. So in this video I'll be telling you guys what are the major changes when we talk about Exynos 1080 and whether it's really next generation processor or we are seeing yet another Exynos underpowered processor when we compare it with the Snapdragon latest. Hey guys, all about technology 24/7 here. Let's now get started. Just 2 days ago, Samsung announced this processor, and this is the Exynos 1080 chip. This chip is a revolution, I should say, because it has brought lots of improvements when we compare it with the older generations. And yes, one of the major improvement is that finally Samsung has built this processor on 5nm FinFET process here. Yes, 5nm FinFET process. So talking about the experience, it's lightning fast internet experience, it says, because it's a 5G processor here and it can go all the way up to 5.1 gigabytes of internet speeds on 5G. But sadly we don't have 5G in India, so we can't experience it here in India at least. But the regions where we have 5G, you can definitely experience it, and it ensures you are always connected. Yes, that's what it is. It's blazingly fast because we have also got Wi-Fi 6 support here and Bluetooth 5.2. That's pretty good. So talking about the AI has definitely improved with this processor. It's like much more smarter and convenient mobile experience. It's designed to support faster and secure on-device AI, it says here. That's definite because Samsung has improved its neural processing unit and digital signal processor DSP, which is improved right now, and it can do 5.7 trillion operations per second. That's pretty dope. The power to do more. Yes, talking about the specifications of this processor, the real stuff, that's the cores on this one. It's an octa-core chip here, guys. So it's based on a tri-cluster architecture. Like we can see 3 clusters in this processor. So first cluster is only one ARM processor here, which is a Cortex A78 core, and it's high performance core. The next cluster consists of 3 cores, which is of ARM Cortex A78 again, and this is for balanced performance. And the next cluster, it consists of 4 cores which are of Cortex A55, and these cores are energy efficient cores. Like it will switch based on the task what you are doing. Like for gaming and stuff, high performance cores will be activated, and if you are doing some light stuff, then only the high efficiency cores will be activated, and this will give you much better battery life. And with this cluster, the battery life should be much more better than the Exynos 990, because Exynos 990 was both like it used to drain like 10 to 12% more battery when we compare it with the latest Snapdragon 865 chip, and yes, even the performance was like 16 to 20% lesser than that chip. Sadly, that was the thing with the Exynos 990, but not with the Exynos 1080. Samsung has definitely improved it. Speaking about the gaming experience on this processor, obviously the gaming experience should be pretty good here because we have got a Mali G78 MP10 GPU here. That's pretty amazing, and the RAM here is LPDDR5 RAM, and yes, it can also support LPDDR4X RAM too, like the previous generations. Both the RAMs are supported, and this GPU is much more optimized and much more improved when we talk about older generations. So you must see one of the best gameplays, and you should be able to play any game you throw at it at max settings without like major lags, and more importantly with less heat. So the Exynos 1080 supports HDR10 Plus obviously, and it supports refresh rate up to 144 Hz. Yes, 144 Hz on Full HD Plus resolution, and it supports 90 Hz on Quad HD resolution. That's pretty dope. So talking about the camera sensor on the 1080, it supports up to 200 megapixel with up to 6 individual sensors. Yes, this processor can support 6 camera sensors, up to 6 sensors. That's pretty amazing. And Samsung will go with 4, 5, 6, 2 on front, on 4 on back mostly, but we have to wait and see for the new series. It has also got improved image signal processing, which means that your photos will be much more realistic and much more better, like dynamic range etc. should be pretty amazing. Like photos taken with this processor, I mean the device which has got this processor, and if the conditions are right and if the company uses good camera sensors and good aperture, then you must be able to take some stunning photos onto your new Samsung device. That's pretty amazing. So speaking about the benchmarks, it's amazing because on Antutu this processor was able to score 6,93,600 as you can see, and it clearly beats like present Snapdragon processor, that's Snapdragon 865 Plus, that's for sure. And 693,600 is pretty amazing. It will go all the way up to 700K too if Samsung uses like good thermal technology, better thermal technologies. One of the major improvement in terms of GPU and CPU performance here. So yeah, this was regarding the latest Exynos 1080 chip from Samsung. So we must wait and see what Qualcomm brings with their all new Snapdragon 875 series, and whether these chipsets are similar or yet again Snapdragon will overtake Samsung. So let's wait and see. So I will come up with more videos like this. So for that you need to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so that you receive all the latest updates from my channel. So guys, that's pretty much it for this video. If you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up and do subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Also do follow me on Instagram, link is in the description or it's appearing somewhere on the display. This is all about technology 24/7. Signing off for the moment. You guys have a great day. Peace.